Alright, Helldivers, we are back again today, and the Cutting Edge Premium Warbond has just dropped. This is the first Warbond since the release of the game with the Steeled Veterans Warbond. So let's just dive straight into the Cutting Edge Warbond, see what we are working with here. So as you can see, costs 1,000 premium Warbond currency. So if you do not have 1,000 currently, you might have to actually go in and either buy the super credits for it if you do want it right away, or just grind out some of these Warbond levels where you can get some of the super credits as well. I know that that is what I will be doing, seeing as I am just a little bit short on these. But diving straight into it, and on the first page of the Cutting Edge Warbond, looks like you have the entirety of the EX-03 Prototype 3 armor, similar to what I had expected in the original trailer. The EX-03 Prototype 3 armor, and it looks like honestly all of the armors are just going to have an overall armor passive of 95% resistance to arc damage. Going along with that, it looks like the cape and the helmet for the EX-03 Prototype 3 armor will not actually have any passives whatsoever. In addition to this, the first page also shows the LAS-16 sickle, which is the energy-based weapon, laser weapon. As you can see, it has light armor penetration and heat buildup instead of like specific ammo type. Additionally, on the first page, you do have the Bot Slayer player card, 100 additional super credits, or I believe about $1 worth of super credits, and the head tap victory pose. Probably not the first thing I'll be getting, but that's really up to you guys. Lastly, on this first page, we have the booster, and this could actually be a pretty significant booster that you might want to get right away. As you can see, it's the localization confusion booster. Looking at the info here, it says that it actually increases the time between enemy encounters. Something like this will not only allow you to save some ammo, but also hopefully save your team as well in some of those long drawn out battles or long drawn out missions. This is definitely something that I think that I'll probably be saving up for to get right away when I do get the Cutting Edge Premium Warbond. Moving on to page 2, and this page actually has the EX-16 Prototype 16 armor. The design on this armor is actually pretty awesome looking. And again, I think this is similar to the first armor set and just like a medium body armor, but it sports the same exact armor passive, which is the electrical conduit, and it provides 95% resistance to arc damage. I really do enjoy this armor set. It almost looks like a specialized stormtrooper type. And forgive me because I don't know all of the different stormtrooper types. And then here's the actual cape for the armor set as well, which I actually really like this cape. Most of the capes kind of look, they're okay, honestly, in my opinion, from what I've seen in the other Warbonds. But this cape actually has a pretty awesome look to it, and I don't mind the green woodland camo type look on that. Moving on to some of the smaller items. So again, you have 100 super credits that you can get on page 2. Additionally, you have a victory pose called the Shotgun Show. Again, not something that you should really be saving up for, but if you have some extra medals to blow through, definitely go with that. And then a player card as well, Martyrus Rex, has a very similar look to the cape. Moving on to the two big hot items on page 2, which is the G23 stun grenade and the SG8P Punisher plasma shotgun. Starting with the stun grenade, and I can definitely see this being a huge game changer, especially in the missions right now, which is the Termicide control system missions. Something like this, and paired with the less frequent enemy encounters, could really allow you to hold back the tide of the Terminids. However, again, this will have to be put into practice before I can solidly say that this is a good choice for you guys to use in any of your builds. However, the potential of something like this is pretty spectacular, and hopefully it does work out like I am thinking it will. One of the downsides to this, however, is if you bring this into like your automaton missions or your Terminid bug hole missions, I highly doubt that you're going to be able to actually blow up the holes or the automaton fabricator factories. So that is one of the downsides to this, as well as obviously not doing any damage. Going on to the SG8P Punisher Plasma, and this is a shotgun that a lot of people honestly think could be the new meta. Again, it's not something that I can really say until I have had the chance to unlock this, try it out myself. However, with the damage of 100 and it being explosive rounds, I could definitely see this being a pretty solid gun. Moving on again to page 3. Again, we'll look first at the armor, and this is the EX00 Prototype X armor. This is a little bit different to the first two armor sets in that this looks to be more of a light armor, kind of trading that armor rating for more speed and stamina regen. However, the armor passive still provides that 95% resistance to arc damage. The helmet and the cape that go along with it are honestly pretty awesome as well. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of like Destiny, Halo. The armor itself, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a big fan of like the padded look. I personally like the metal look, but if you're going for that kind of scout look, this could be the armor for you, especially if you're sporting an electric build, which is what this Warbond is kind of all about. Moving on to some of the smaller items again before we get into the weapons, you have the 100 super credits again on page 3. For those of you who are counting, is a total of 300 super credits in this new premium Warbond. Now, there is a slight problem with this, as you can see that it doesn't actually give you enough Warbonds to be able to get whatever the next set of premium Warbonds is going to be if each of them come out at 1,000 super credits. That could be a potential problem down the line. However, the fact that they actually give you a chance to earn super credits while playing miscellaneous missions is a pretty big bonus and is honestly pretty awesome. So take that into account. Moving past that, we go to the player card, and this is kind of similar to the cape that's also on the EX00 Prototype X armor. This player card is called the Agent of Oblivion, which is also what the cape is called as well. Moving down, we also get another victory pose called Presentable. Again, not something that you guys should really be saving up and just slapping down 32 medals for, in my opinion, but that's kind of up to you guys. Before we move on to the big weapon here, we'll look at the LAS-7 dagger. Again, this is another laser-based weapon. However, this is the sidearm this time. Light armor penetrating, one-handed. It does have a beam, and it is a heat-based weapon as well. The interesting part is that it's 150 damage per second, which is honestly, it sounds pretty good to me. For a sidearm. Again, we're not going to really know until we test it out ourselves, but there is the LAS-7 dagger. And then lastly, in the Cutting Edge Warbond, we have the ARC 12 Blitzer shotgun. Similar to the ARC 3, this is an arc-based weapon. So again, most of this Warbond does deal with kind of energy-based weapons. The shotgun being obviously a plasma explosion weapon, which is kind of the first that we've seen of something like that. You also have the LAS-16 sickle, which is another energy-based weapon, and now the ARC 12 Blitzer, which is an arc energy-based weapon. My assumption is that this is probably going to be the biggest thing in this Warbond that everyone should keep an eye out for and really try to go for. We'll see if it's actually worth the medals when we do get a chance to get it ourselves. However, with the armor passives that we get across all of these armors, sporting an entire electrical build, such as using it with the Tesla Tower and using it with some of the other laser-based weapons and things, it could be a pretty powerful build, honestly, seeing as the ARC 3 support weapon is pretty powerful in and of itself. Like I said, time will tell if this is a weapon that is worth really grinding to get. I will keep you all posted in the meantime if this is something that is substantial. Anyways, that pretty much covers the entirety of the Cutting Edge Warbond. If you enjoyed the video, if it was helpful for you, if my insight helped any of you out at all, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button, and join me on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, where I live stream some of your favorite games like Helldivers and more. Thank you all for watching, and this is Sly Spy Gaming signing out.